Everything looks good.
Am I still okay?
Yeah, you sound good. Now, I was having some help messing with my audio. Hopefully, sound better.
Oh, you're coming in crystal clear.
I just want to know how it come out in the stream right
Am
now.
I still okay?
Hello. Sorry.
Hello, Adam. Again.
Sorry about this. I won't lie. Me and Calerix were talking. As I dropped the call, my laptop just suddenly the start menu just stopped working.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
How did
Straight up, like the whole start menu just went. You know what? I don't feel like it. So I'm just gonna nope out of here. So I just had to run like a scan and fix my laptop. So it's all fixed now. We're all good.
Bad timing.
It genuinely, like, when I was talking to you, it was working all fine, and then it was literally as we dropped the call, my laptop just said, "Hey, he was out. Imma be out too."
Basically, but
So,
glad that you could actually fix your problems there. But I did
oh
invite
man, I'm
Lobo,
so glad.
and I told Doomsayer that Lobo will be coming in a little bit late. But thank you for
Uh,
joining. I know this was a pretty late notice to invite you on.
Literally, this was literally like last time you had me on, where it was literally just like, "Oh yeah, oh Adam, do you wanna do you want
I
do
mean,
you wanna come on?"
you asked to be on. You asked to be on last time.
I mean, I didn't. You asked if I wanted to be on. I said yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully,
let's not
also,
pretend. Let's not pretend that you
stream,
were. What?
stream. This would be a very good test.
Yes,
We
I
have
know.
been messing with Calorix's audio, um, so I'm more here to just like sit in the background and just be like, okay, how does he sound? So, if there are any audio issues, please put them in the chat because, um, we've tried hard with this and we're hoping to fix all of it by
And
the end.
also, if no one cares to leave any comments in the chat, just go ahead and comment when this stream uploads, because that also helps me out. But don't forget to leave a like. And yeah, I was originally going to do this with just Lobo, because to be honest, I didn't think there was going to be much to talk about. But boy, was I wrong, especially with what happened yesterday. I don't know if you were paying attention on Twitter, Adam. But
I mean, are you talking about the whole Microsoft Xbox Live Gold thing?
yes.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
but
Ah,
I want to save
it's
that. I want to save that interesting little topic for later, because I did have some other things I want to talk about first. But
that is a very good topic.
yeah,
Also, I'm gonna be honest. I'm using a headset microphone right now. It's quite sensitive, so if my thing just comes up as me talking, I apologize now.
all right, good. We have someone that said I sound good. All right, thank you, thank you. I don't know how to say
Lovely.
his name, but I'll say
Private pile
all right, Private Pile, and thank you for coming by and supporting the stream, man.
or
But
pivot pile.
however you say it, I don't. This is why I'm bad at saying names.
Yo,
But
Private Pile just subscribed to me. I think it was last week. I'm like, really, Private Pile? Oh, okay. I can't wait to see his name
have you
go
gotten
by.
your channel launched yet? By the way, Doomsayer, I don't know. I remember you talking
Yeah,
about that last week or the week before.
The week before we had nothing but a mess of technical difficulties.
Yes,
I think.
good thing Adam wasn't there for that.
Oh, well, between your show and then when I started Sunday, there was it was like three of me talking at the same time, and there was like reverb or something like that going on. But
Oh man,
I,
I've
well, like I told you, Callie, this is all new to me, so I'm figuring it out as I go. And I did a stream by myself last Sunday. Apparently, came in all right. So hopefully tomorrow will be better. I have two of my panel guys coming in tomorrow, so we'll see
Also,
what
you
happens.
know how you were asking me for tips, by the way. If you want any tips on better audio, I really suggest Adam. But from your podcast alone, Doomsayer,
okay. I'm going to admit this now. All of the audio stuff I have ever learned, and I'll admit this every time, was learnt by a man by the name of Jonathan Exley. If you look him up on Twitter, he is an amazing music guy. He's worked for very big companies. Not going to say them because of legal reasons, but he's like been in the industry for a very long time. If you have any audio stuff, send him a tweet. He will help you the best he can. He's amazing. Everything I've learned is from him.
Jonathan Exley.
Yeah, I'll send you
Okay.
if you want. I'll put it into the general chat.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. So if
I
you ever
appreciate
have,
with
he
that.
is always happy to help with audio because he's just an expert in the field. So if
That's
you ever
better,
want
but,
any audio stuff, and this goes for people in the YouTube video as well, for the comments or anything, if you ever feel like asking, just send him a tweet. He'll usually get back to you within a day or two. Like, he's awesome. He's a good friend of mine.
See, everything that I go that goes through for sound and audio and all that is through a Rodecaster. And when I went on or when I was attempting to go on the first show with you, Callie, it was like I don't know what was it that the settings were just all messed up on through the Discord. A couple days after I went on with my sister, patched everything. That's why I'm like, oh, thank God this is working. Believe me, thank God.
Uh,
The difficulties are always
uh,
hard to get over, but you can't really predict
yeah,
this stuff when it happens. There's always bound to be a
yeah.
failure sometimes.
Technical issues as a computer engineer myself, it's just technical issues just happen all the time, like the fact that my start menu just decided to die as I started, especially with Windows 10 just decide like will just happily yeet itself when it when it wants to. It's the reason why I keep looking at Linux just like, man, if I were smarter. If I was just a tad bit smarter, I would use Linux.
I
You
just
don't know
want
how
to.
many YouTube videos I watch just to try and learn this stuff. Believe me.
Oh man, like I say, I didn't know anything to do with audio until I spoke with Jonathan, and he was just like, 'cause I remember the conversation, and I don't know if he does, but I basically asked him the first night. I was like, "Look, mate, I'm shit at this. Help." And he was like, "Okay." And then he listened to my audio and just went, "Oh man, you sound like a 13-year-old." Like those like 13-year-olds on Xbox Live, wink, wink, nudge, nudge for later.
Oh.
But
Hey,
I just want to
almost
say
like I've
again.
done my own part.
I just want to say again, thank you guys for coming on, and yeah. But
Appreciate it.
let's
It's
get right
absolutely
into the
fine.
topics. You say. So the first topic
Alright.
I sent Doomsayer. I know I didn't send you the list, Adam. My bad. I should have sent it to you a little bit earlier. But
Well, if someone can just send it now, we won't talk about it.
it's true.
Don't worry, I'm looking
I'll
at
just go into
I'm
the
looking at the
first topic.
title. I can pretty much get it. So.
Well, there are two other topics I left out of the title. I just want to make it more clickbaity, But
Ooh.
but yeah. But the first topic I want to discuss has to do with a possible new game from Sony Santa Monica. Now I know you're not much of a console person, Adam, because you primarily play on
I play
PC.
consoles. I
Huh?
play in consoles. I do.
No,
I
but
play consoles.
you're primarily a PC player, though.
Not at the moment. I actually just finished Paper Mario on the Switch. So yeah, no, I do play consoles. The PS4
Now,
mainly.
did you ever finish God of War?
I never actually started God of War. I'll admit that.
What?
I own it. I do own God of War. It is installed on my PlayStation. I just have never, because I work a full-time job, found the time to play it. And then the only time I actually had time to play it was during lockdown. And every lockdown, I somehow end up back at my parents and not with my PlayStation. So bad timing is all it is. I would have finished it by now, but I know it's a great game, and I do want to play it.
Well, on that note, well, I guess not that long ago, I can't remember. I think it was like a week or two ago where they officially announced that they were working on the new God of War with hiring new people. And
Yeah.
well, recently they announced that they are hiring for a completely new project. And for me, I've been speculating that this might be the canceled sci-fi game. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but a while back ago, back in I think it was 2014, 2013, Sony Santa Monica was working on a game other than God of War that they were trying to push out, but it ended up not going to plan, and the whole team was ended up being fired from Sony Santa Monica. And judging by all the little information drops that Cory Barlog seems to be dropping on Twitter, I think it might be I think they might be trying to revive this IP they were trying to get started on.
Now that you've said that, the sci-fi game, they tried to. Have you ever watched the documentary of the new God of War game?
Yes.
Yeah, because in that, and for people who haven't, because it is a 2-hour documentary, they were originally thinking of putting Kratos in space, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's true. From what you're saying of sci-fi stuff, could they possibly try and be using the ideas that they had for that and just remake it for a new IP?
I think so, because recently the thing that of course everyone latched onto was the news that they are hiring for a brand new IP. Now it wouldn't be God of War because that was already announced, or Ragnarok at least. But I think it has to be this new IP, whatever they're working on, because no way they would just throw away all those assets just to not
Oh
use them.
no, like because I think they got quite far into development. And it was just like they kept saying like this just doesn't work with God of War. That means they've got like terabytes of probably hard drive filled with assets and stuff that all they need to do is change some names in like some voice acting and and change a few
Now
models.
it wasn't.
Probably have.
Now I don't know if it was accurate about them using Kratos for a space game, but
Oh no, they were. They say it in
Oh.
the documentary they literally say, we were thinking of putting Kratos in space and we got into development, but like
because the
it
way they
just
described it
we
before
couldn't-
was that they were trying to aim for more an Avatar like game.
Yeah.
Kind of like kind of how
Um,
they promoted Destiny, actually, from the sounds of it.
yeah. Yeah, I actually watched the documentary recently because I didn't actually know it existed until a friend of mine told me about it. So I actually watched it all recently, and yeah, near the beginning of it, they're like, "Yeah, we were thinking of like making it in space, and we did some concept stuff, but it didn't really work, and we've done some assets, but again, like it just didn't, it just fell through, and we thought it wasn't a good idea." So they might not have models and assets. I might be wrong on that, but they definitely were in the concept phase. They definitely had past concept phase and started working on it. But it was also the reason why like a bunch of Sony Santa Monica was fired
Yep, and
or like let loose, and it was the reason because they I think the higher ups just went, yeah, we don't really like this. We're just not gonna.
yeah, and don't get me wrong, they could also be like a brand new project that they could also be working on, but I think with Cory Barlog, how he was messing around on Twitter with like tweeting like messages like of like satellites and stuff being like space related.
Oh, it's obvious. Like,
Yeah, and
when's the next quote unquote E3? Because
I haven't heard
Sony always
anything lately about E3.
because I imagine it's going to be a virtual E3 because let's be
Well, they
honest.
didn't have one. They didn't have one during 2020, so I wouldn't expect them to have one this
Yeah,
year.
but
Because E3 isn't
I
built
heard
for
something that
streaming,
they're
is
gonna
it?
do like a virtual E3 or something.
yeah, because you can't have 2 years without E3. It just causes chaos because the amount of like stuff that would have been made for E3 because there is a lot of stuff that's made for E3
I mean, they could be doing it how the
not
way
being available.
they could just be doing it the way they've been doing it last year, with how there were so many different streaming events happening at different times.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot like the Game Awards where it was just basically all streamed and like all the demos that would normally be at E3 are probably going to be like paid demos in the same sense where you would pay a ticket to go to E3.
Yep.
One trailer after another, after another, after another.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
With some infomercial in between talking about COVID.
seeing as seeing as you think it's gonna be that sci-fi game, do you think that we have a chance of seeing that project at all this year? Maybe.
I think it's possible, but you got to remember, like, if they're hiring, that means that they're still in the early development phase. They may announce it. They may have like a teaser or something. But usually, when it's like when a game is in development, I don't really know. I think the most we'll get is a teaser trailer in the same sense, but I think more if it's this E3, the last big event was the teaser of God of War, and they'll want to focus on that more because more people will be asking for it.
Didn't that get
We
delayed to
may
2021 or not 2022? I believe.
It did, but that just means that they'll want to show off something at like an event this year.
Hopefully,
Um,
hopefully, but
it's possible. I'm just saying, it's possible we might get a teaser. If we get a full trailer or even some gameplay, I think we won't see. I don't think we'll see any gameplay, but at most, it will either get a teaser or just like a full-on trailer.
because you see, to me, I don't think that this is in that early stage of development because Cory Barlog has been he's been hinting at this for like ever since Sony announced the ever since last year the for the Sony logo. So I would think that they have some progress done at least. At the
Yeah,
very
but Santa
least.
Monica, as far as I know, is a very small team. So how many people they would have had dedicated to it, and some dedicated for God of War 2? Well, I guess God of War, the Ragnarok, most of the assets would have been still kept from God of War 1.
Yeah, because if you remember the
So
documentary, that Cory Barlog did have a lot planned that they just ended up cutting out of the original game.
yeah, no, you are right. I think it it might be a smaller team working on God of War 2 because obviously most of the assets are done. You might be right actually. There might be a trailer, but
I see. That's why I
oh,
wanted to bring this topic up, especially because
hmm.
of the recent
Wh-
rumors of them hiring someone for the art.
What do you guys think? Well, like last week with the whole Lucasfilm and that stuff. What if it was maybe like a Star Wars game?
I
You
don't think
know,
this would be a
they're
Star Wars
trying
game
to.
because because this again, Cory Barlog has been hinting at something related to an IP for about a year now.
Yeah,
So
because I remember him, like you were saying, last what was it, CES? He was, putting it out on Twitter and that stuff about a sci-fi. And the thing is he's they're Sony Santa Monica, and then isn't Naughty Dog like fooling around with some kind of a sci-fi game too?
well, that's the rumor, which I want to discuss in the next topic. But
Okay.
yeah, and to go
I've
back to what
not
you
heard
said,
any of this
yep.
about Naughty Dog, but I will be happy to hear.
But to go back to CES, if you also remember Doomsayer, Cory Barlog also said to remember one of the I forgot I think it was like a director or somebody that he was saying pay attention to this name, you'll see why or something like that.
You know what? Since you brought that up, and then I'm looking at some of my notes and that stuff, I didn't know. Was it Roger Clark who does the voice of Arthur Morgan? That was hinted around that he might be doing voice acting for him. That yeah, it's I don't know. I'm interested to see what's going on.
But do you think that we'll have any possibilities of seeing this new IP like soon, hopefully? Or
Well,
because
I'm going to agree with Adam. I do think, especially for like an E3 event, I think they would show it. That's Sony's MO of, even if it's like 3 years out, they're going to show you at least some kind of a hint in that stuff. I remember Horizon Zero when that was first hinted, and then what did it do? It came out like 4 or 5 years after that. They're going to put
Yeah.
it out there just to get you excited for something like this, and then I'm just trying to figure out how is Corey doing the sci-fi, and then also God of War, because or did he give up the director part
I
of
would
God of War?
say, since obviously most of the assets, at least the core assets, are going to be used from uh, God of War. Is it 2016? Was it?
yeah,
Uh,
Is that when it came out? Or
2018.
2018?
2018,
2018. Sorry. Yeah. As most of the assets will have already been made, you'll have a smaller team of asset designers uh, and modelers.
Yep.
So you can dedicate those members to other people. Plus, this is just a hire that we've found out about. A lot of Sony's hires, and I can speak from personal experience because I did attempt to apply as an engineer to Sony at one point. Uh, Bit of personal stuff. um, and a
Damn,
lot
he
of the
would be a
stuff
good
they put.
insider.
You could have been my insider,
I'm sure.
man.
Yeah,
I'm
right there.
sure if I was, I was hired and moved to America, I would have had to sign so many NDA agreements. I'd have been sued up the ass.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, um, I a lot of the jobs that they put up there are very vague. So this might just be the first hire that is public. It's possible that there were other hires to Santa Monica that we just don't know about. Um, and it's very possible that like the team has got larger and just people haven't spoken about it. The best way to check this is probably trying to look through if you have time, look through LinkedIn and see if anyone has ties to if like the amount of people that are Santa Monica, if they've changed over recently.
Well,
Um,
what's what is it? Her name, Alana Pierce. What does she have to do? Because wasn't she just hired for Santa Monica too? What
Yeah,
is she
she was hired as a
doing?
writer, I believe. or
Okay.
or I think maybe Community. I'm not too sure because she did say she writes now. Like she's just been writing books at least. So I think she
Pretty
might be
interesting.
involved somewhat in the writing process. But
I,
that is
I'm gonna
one.
be.
What?
I'm sorry, I don't know who Alana Pierce is, so I'm just
She's
quickly googling her.
That's actually a pretty good thing, the yellow chairs.
Just quickly googling.
she used to work at IGN. But
Yeah, and she was
She,
on, wasn't it
apparently she
Rooster or
was.
something like that? Or Funny
Yeah,
House?
she's according to her LinkedIn page, she still works for Rooster Teeth,
Okay.
but I don't know if this has been updated anytime
oh no,
recently.
it has because well, actually, I'm not too sure if her profile's been updated, but yeah, she was at Funhouse for a while, but she then
Yeah,
moved. I think
that's
she also tried doing some voice acting because she did voice act for like side characters, like one in the last Gears of War game that was released, and also she was a cameo in Cyberpunk.
Yep.
yeah.
I remember that.
So she kind of has her hands in
Yeah,
a bit
she's
of
been in
everything.
Gears. She's been in Gears. She's been in Cyberpunk. Yeah, she's been a few things. Um,
I don't know what degree she had, like what she's working on, because she says she can't say anything right now for what she's doing at Sony Santa Monica. But
yeah, but from the if obviously if she's working as if she's working as a voice actress, which she's done that.
I think she's a permanent. I think
Um,
she's permanent member at Sony Santa Monica, not just a voice
oh,
actress.
hmm. See, I don't really know the woman, so I can't comment on what abilities she had, like what
well,
skills she has.
great timing,
Um,
Triple. Great
so,
timing. He comes in the chat and says, "Guys talking about Alana." It's not that way, but
no, 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 no. What are you talking about? We're not, we're not talking about some random woman.
we're
That would
talking
be
about the
preposterous.
recent hire for Sony Santa Monica and what they could possibly be working on. But going back, what do you think that this could be that new sci-fi IP, or do you think it completes something completely different? Doomsayer.
I don't know. I don't know. I would hope so. I would love to because well, let's be honest. Sony Santa Monica has put out some quality stuff. I would
Yep.
love to see what their take on the sci-fi genre would be. Obviously, I'll shut up so so can say something.
Oh, I was going to say I'm really interested to see what Corey is going to do, with a sci-fi and that stuff. Is it going to be, the typical Sony third person, or could it be first person and that stuff? Is it going to be in the line with like Mass Effect? Might be like an RPG type, or is it like horror, something like that? I'm interested. It's also something different, so that's good, that he's, getting away from God of War for a little bit, or maybe permanently, but he's just doing something different, and that actually sparks, a fire sometimes and that stuff. But and then Sony, going away from God of War, going away from anything, zombie or whatever. Give us something different, and I'm not going to go to that, the typical Xbox talk thing, but it's just keep giving us something different. And, I'm always going to be interested in something different, and, to play it and that stuff. Like I said before, I'm, big time into the horror stuff. Hey, I'm, give that to me, or whatever. Uh, yeah,
I just remember.
I just want to see what they're going to do.
Now I just remembered actually. Sony Santa Monica has worked on like something different before back on the PS2 called Kinetica. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
No.
Imagine if they're trying to revive that old game. Now that game was like
Uh,
it was kind of like a transforming kind of racer because like you're like a bike that can transform.
uh, like in a way, was the bike like kind of like a Tron thing or something,
I'd
or
see.
like you said, like Transformers?
It's kind of like it kind of has like an anime style to it. I forgot what the movie was called, but it was like it was referenced heavily in Ready Player One with that bike.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I was
Okay,
gonna say,
so
when it comes to the anime stuff, you got that down locked down. So I know
I
a
mean,
little bit, but not much.
Oh, I will fight you on the anime, like being the anime guy.
But triple
I
triple
mean,
in the comment or in the chat here says he would like to see a new FPS from Sony, and Sonic has been hinting at Resistance for way too long. Now you see with that, I kind of disagree with Insomniac hinting at a Resistance, like a new Resistance game, because for the longest time, I think Insomniac just likes to pay tribute to their games that they've made in the past, because we see them pay tribute to some of their older Ratchet and Clank games, and also what's it called, Fuse, which was released under EA at the time.
Oh, I remember that. Yep.
So I don't think they're going to be working on a new Resistance game anytime soon, especially with the success of Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man right now.
I can see like kind of a remastered or something like that of Resistance coming out for PS5, but
I'm
I
still
don't think they're
surprised.
working on anything new.
I'm still surprised we haven't got that many remastered bundles that PlayStation released during the PS3 generation, like with the God of War bundles and all that.
Oh my god!
I think that depends on
I
like.
would love that.
It
But-
depends on like revenue and that. Obviously, like Sony is a company and they got to make money, so they might just look at
But
just
Well-
look at different. As much as I like the Resistance series, I've not played many games in it, but the ones I have played, I
oh
do
no,
like.
I missed out on the Resistance series, but from what I've seen, like from like documentaries about the game, it looks fun and it looks way better than Killzone to me. And I know that might be
Ooh.
some heresy from the PlayStation community,
Ooh.
but that's just my opinion.
I
Yeah,
couldn't
it's fine.
stop playing Killzone 3 until I was playing that until what was it, the big hack, and then after the big hack, it was like, oh, okay, that just disappeared. But
I will admit the only Killzone I've played is the one that was a launch title for the PS4 because I got it with my PS4. Genuinely.
Yeah, that was the
I
only
didn't play it
that was
all
the only
that
Killzone
much.
I've ever
Shadowfall.
got.
Yeah, Shadowfall. That's
Yeah, I didn't play it all that much. Damn, I gotta
I
go back
played,
and
I
play
played
that.
like an hour of
It's
it
a-
and I got bored.
Shadowfall is a beautiful game, but it lacks
Oh.
any form of substance. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows off what the PS. It was one of those games that was designed to show off, like, hey, look what we can make. But then they were like, oh wait, where's all the budget for the story and the gameplay?
Yeah.
And oh no.
Well, if you watch the No Clip documentary for that, you can kind of understand why, because all their focus was really on Horizon Zero Dawn at the time.
That makes sense.
Because
I mean,
in the documentary, in the documentary, one of the lead developers actually said that they were that they were really using Killzone to test like some of their ideas for Horizon Zero Dawn with the engine and also some of the open levels, because they never did open levels before.
Now that you say that, now that I think about it, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because obviously I've 100%ed
Oh, you 100%
Horizon.
Shadowfall?
No, Horizon. Damn,
Oh,
no.
I'm about to say I could not get through Shadowfall. Like I got like what maybe even halfway.
I said I only played like an hour or two. I think played like 2 hours of Killzone Shadowfall when I first got it, and then that was it. And like I haven't touched it. It's just a disc that is sat in. I'm gonna be a complete sacrilege here. I don't keep boxes. I keep like a booklet of all the DVDs of all the Blu-rays in it because I am an evil bastard.
What's up, Jeff Floyd? Thanks for stopping by, man. And I know you were okay. So I gotta say this: YouTube's system is so messed up. It's been unsubscribing me from a lot of channels I watch, and I was alerting Death Floyd to one of my recent videos I had uploaded, and he didn't even know I had uploaded anything, and he found out he was unsubscribed from my channel. So I guess YouTube has been unsubscribing people, which I find irritating.
I gotta ask this. I gotta ask this question to Adam. So, you take the discs out and put them in like those CD cases that they used to have like 10 years ago?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Not CD cases. You know those like big booklet things.
Yeah, like see, I'm 45, so I'll go back to the Trapper Keeper kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
god.
the thing, man.
Holy shit.
No, do you know why? I have a very small apartment.
Oh,
If I
okay.
had the space to keep all of my DVDs and all of my like Blu-rays and all of my games, I would, but I can't. I even to the point 3D printed a case, like a smaller version for all my Switch games.
You 3D printed
Oh my
that?
god.
How?
Wow.
Yes.
How?
Hey, well, I mean, when you have 2 3D printers, what else are you gonna do with them?
God damn! I don't even have one.
Even in a pandemic, what are you gonna do with 3D printers?
I'm an engineer.
He'll
Kind of part of my
he'll
job.
find something to do with it. But well,
It's like,
welcome, Lova.
um,
Welcome.
What up? What up? What up? What did I miss?
Nothing. We just
everything.
well, yes, it missed the whole podcast.
We're finishing now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Yep.
man.
But yeah, we were just talking about the Sony Santa Monica hire recently. I was just discussing with them, but I'd like to get your quick thoughts, and then maybe we can go over to the oh great, definitely it says print money with that 3D printer. I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Oh
actually, in a sense, you can. You just design something people want, and then just keep making more. of
Don't
it.
even get that
Or you can
idea.
do some of this- Or you do what some people on Fiverr do, which is very, very illegal, which is steal stuff off Thingiverse and then sell that, which is completely
man.
against their rules and completely illegal.
Yep. But Lobo, give me your quick thoughts about the recent Sony Santa Monica hire. Because I was discussing with Doomsayer and Adam here of it possibly being a revival of Sony Santa Monica's old sci-fi game that they had canceled a while back.
Maybe that could be in the works, or maybe it's a brand new IP that they're working on. I'm not sure if Corey is involved with the new IP, but we'll see. Hopefully,
It
within
sounds
the
like
next.
he is because, as Callie was saying earlier, he's been posting for the last year or so of like sci-fi stuff just on Twitter, just
Yep.
random images and stuff.
All right. If you think it's going to be a new IP, then that could also be a case, because we can never like truly predict what these companies are going to do.
Yeah,
Because they always have
Well,
like they always have smaller teams that work on something else, but they never. Sometimes these projects never get fully envisioned.
Or they
Yeah.
just do a complete curveball when they just go, okay, Ragnarok is Kratos in space.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Just a complete curveball.
I won't discount that possibility, but seeing as how they brought up the world tree in the last God of War game, I
Oh, I know it isn't, but I would love it if just as a joke, they just like mention it, or just have like I don't know, even if it is a new IP, have it as an Easter egg in the game, or just have a picture of Kratos or something in like a random space station or something.
I bet you the developers going to do that just to be funny, just to be funny. But all right,
Or a Funko Pop on the station if it's like a space station or something.
Kind of like
I have a love-hate relationship with Funko Pops.
Oh, I have a whole collection in my closet. Kingdom Hearts pops mostly.
Them.
I just ordered.
I love them, but I hate that I love them.
I just ordered. I think it was like 3 or 4 Rick and Morty ones last night. So
oh
god, and everything with the bazooka.
Oh man!
But I want to get to the Naughty Dog rumor with their IP. Now, it was recently rumored that that their new IP was going to be a fantasy-based game, and I didn't believe that because of the rumor that Doomsayer brought up earlier regarding the sci-fi. But I'll talk about that in a little bit.
So it's not Mankind?
Huh?
So it's not Mankind?
I don't think it's gonna be.
You know what I'm talking about, because
yeah, I know
that would I don't want to know about that game. I know, but on paper it's like bad. All right.
From the concept art that was being shown around as a possibility of a game, it would look very Witcher-esque. I'll say that.
Is that the concept art that you posted the other day with the woman sat down with the claymore?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Let me see.
Claymore in the sense of sword, not claymore in the sense of bomb.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we know what you meant. Also,
I know, but the amount of times I've had people go, "Wait, I haven't got a 3-person kill streak."
Hey yo, Triple Combo just mentioned the Normandy SR. I'm a big Mass Effect fan. I love the Normandy. no other ship comes close to the Normandy, in my opinion. It's
Mhm.
like the most beautiful looking ship design. It's sleek, it's clean. I just love it. But going back to the fantasy game, I guess the person who posted that came out and said that that was just like concept that he was just like doing. It wasn't actually like meant for anything related to Sony Santa Monica. So I kind of knew this because there was a rumor back. Now I nope. I Before I say anything to you guys, the rumor was brought up from a 4chan leak, which
Oh my god.
sometimes they don't tend to be all that credible, but
That's a far right screenshot.
there was also a hire that had to do with like sci-fi too at Naughty Dog a while back ago. I think like when they were still working on The Last of Us Part 2. But I don't know, like I know they're busy with the Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer. What Neil Druckmann keeps hinting that they're going to drop soon. But do you guys think that they're ever going to show whatever they're working on, or do you guys think that they're just taking a long break from The Last of Us 2?
I think with something like as big as The Last of Us Part 2, they may leave a year because obviously, like, that's a big thing and they'll want to take some time off after that. I think if in general terms, I think they'll take a year out and then come next year, they'll come out with something huge. Just like how Sony did with God of War, they released that in 2018 and then they teased the sequel in, I think, was it 2020 that they teased it? Or has time just gone so quick that it happened in
Which one?
2019? The God of War sequel.
Oh,
When was that teased?
It was teased last year.
last year, yeah.
Yeah. So I think in the same sense, I think that with a game as big as The Last of Us, I think with the amount of work that I've had to have gone into it, they'll take a year out just like so that they can clear their minds and think of something new or something.
Now, for those of you who don't know,
And then
Naughty
come
Dog
back.
does have two teams. So they did say that they committed both teams to The Last of Us 2.
Okay.
So it could be that they have some developers from that second team uh, working on whatever their new IP will be, because they don't like to work on sequels completely. We've seen this before with Jack and Daxter, and also Uncharted. They would prefer to move on to new stuff. So I don't think they're going to work on like a Last of Us 3 anytime soon. So
No,
No, I don't think.
I
I
don't.
think. I think Last of Us 2 just kind of wrapped up everything in a nice bow. I don't think anything needs to be done more. If I'm being honest, I think those two games. I'm not a big fan of Last of Us Part 2, but as critically thinking, I think that those two games kind of just nicely wrap up everything, and that should just leave it how it is.
I
Granted,
agree with
that's what
Adam
I
on
said
that
on
one.
the first one.
now,
Granted, I said that on the first one, and then realized, oh wait, there's stuff in number two that makes more sense because of like obviously in the first one, like when they leave, you just kind of
Mhm.
go like, oh wait, what happens at the well, you know, I'm just gonna say it because obviously it's been years if you haven't played it at that point. Well,
Yeah.
obviously everyone had questions of like, wait, what's gonna happen? Because obviously he ran out with her. That's all laid up. That's all done now. There's no real
there's no real
way
reason to
to
continue
yeah
The
the
Last of Us.
ending with Ellie, um, like it. I don't see where it could go. The only way I could see it is maybe a spin-off, possibly like a sort of I don't even know
There's like
just
a.
a new
It's like.
character or something.
Take Days Gone and mix Days Gone with The Last of Us. See what happens.
They're practically both the same type of games, though.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I
Yeah.
would laugh
True.
so hard if they just said that Days Gone was just part of the Last of Us universe.
Now, if the
No.
4chan link is anything to go by, it did say that they were working on like a horror-esque sci-fi IP. Now,
See, I think they need to do the Christopher Nolan thing. You remember when he did the three Batmans, but he did the first one, and then he took a break. He did his other movie and that stuff, and then he came back. I think that's what they need to do is just, do something else. I totally agree with Adam that there's no reason to do Last of Us 3. I liked Last of Us 2, but I wasn't impressed. The first one to me is way better than the second one. I thought there was going to be
agree with that.
a lot more. The way that the trailer and everything was, it I love the trailer and how it made you just, you were just so filled with hate, because you're Ellie's character and that stuff. And then I don't know if anybody, audience wise, but spoiler, you become, Abby, and it's like, I really don't want to play her story. I don't care about her. I just care about Ellie and that stuff. And don't even bother doing The Last of Us 3. Go on and do something else. Just do something else.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that just falls down to writing. But do you guys think if they would have worked on the fantasy game though, do you think like they would have done a good job? Because from what I've seen from The Last of Us 2, because I haven't played it, the combat looks really great, and the animations look amazing too. It because it looks very Witcher-esque again. I think they could have like nailed like the graphics and the just the animations too.
Yeah.
Well, did any of you guys catch the Neil Druckmann's tweet and
Which
like a
one?
little list of games that he'd be interested in doing?
I
The one
did
that
not
popped,
know.
the one that popped out for me, which would be, you played Last of Us 2 and how brutal, a lot of the scenes are there. The Punisher. I mean, that was his first. I'm like, if he does the Punisher, oh my god, I can only imagine what that's going to be like. Especially the way, like you were saying, Callie, the animations and everything.
Like the Punisher, you have to get the story right though. So
Yes.
Yeah.
so I'm not sure because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't particularly like the story of The Last of Us 2. So it might just be my personal preference but I would personally say I'd like different writers for if they were gonna do a Punisher game because
Wait,
the character of the Punisher is so complex that
yeah.
the Punisher on the surface just sounds really like simple of just bad man get shot.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I
Wait.
agree
Isn't
with you,
wait?
Adam.
Wait.
But
Question. Isn't
Birds-
oh
No, go
continue?
ahead, Loba.
Go ahead.
Oh, isn't the Punisher part of the MCU
No,
or am I?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's part of Marvel.
he's part of Marvel, but he's
Well,
not
he's
part of the
not part-
MCU. The MCU is the cinematic universe.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
okay.
he is.
He
Well, not
is
anymore.
what is it?
He's part of the TV shows.
Yeah, because
The TV.
Daredevil is
Okay.
going to
They
be
say
showing up
the
in
TV shows aren't.
Spider-Man.
They're not canon anymore. They're not canon anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
They
okay.
he used to be. So we can at least say he used to be part of the canon. But ever since they decided to make one of the actors from the show, I think it was Jessica Jones, the Blade. As soon as they did that, they suddenly made them non-canon. But
you're talking about Luke Cage. Was it
Cage, sorry.
Marshall Ali or something? Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah,
Blade.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They obviously with the whole Spider-Man movie introducing the multiverse with Doctor Strange,
Mhm.
it's entirely possible they can just say that the TV shows are part of a different universe and completely bring those guys back.
Well, I can't think of his name, but the guy who played Daredevil on the Netflix show, there is a report that he just got done filming with Spider-Man 3. He did his parts in there, and you're exactly right. They're bringing that multiverse and everything. Doctor Strange is bringing all that in. Yeah.
Genuine. That was just a complete guess. I didn't know about this, but I'll have a chat with you if you want later about off stream because I think we're getting off topic and I think Callie's going to get annoyed.
Oh no! I was actually trying to figure out how we got to the Marvel topic. with the
I don't
because we
Yeah,
brought up
yeah.
Punisher and then we
Little
just went to
Naughty
the
Dog to the MCU.
oh
yeah.
yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't think they're gonna work on the Marvel game. They tend to just work on their own thing. They never really worked on licensed stuff.
Yeah, and even though even with the whole Marvel thing, it's gonna be more Insomniac's thing than
Yeah,
Naughty Dog's.
I think that just depends because I think Spider-Man was a good fit for them because I think
Yeah.
even Sony knew. I mean, they kind of also gave it to Sucker Punch because Sucker Punch does some great superhero games like with Infamous. But,
Yeah.
But that's their own IP.
yeah.
just going to be working on something similar to Ghost of Tsushima. Is like going to carry on with Ghost of Tsushima because from what I've read, like obviously they've done the multiplayer stuff. I think they're working on more DLCs for that.
Yeah.
I kind of want Sucker Punch to work on that abandoned IP that they turned into Ghost of Tsushima. I forgot what it was called, but it was leaked a while like last year. But
Mm.
I don't know. Do you guys think that we'll see like the whatever Naughty Dog is going to be working on in the future? Like what's your guess? Like 2-3 years maybe?
I think. Oh, I'll go
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
I would say in the middle, like 24, 25. That's my guess. They'll show like a brand new IP.
2024, huh?
I
Mhm.
actually tend to agree. Because at concept art we're probably like a couple of years away from like gameplay, and they'll want some kind of like demo for like E3 or something.
Yeah.
Assuming we actually have an E3 in 2024 at this point. Just kidding. Um,
But don't jinx
but
it.
oh no. Um, but they'll want something, and if they're only at concept art at the beginning, right now stuff can still be scrapped and anything. So we still might not even have any. We might have not had any hires or anything. Um, because they're not going to hire anyone if the concept is not there yet. So I actually agree. I think it's going to be a while before we see anything.
Because usually how these
Um,
things work out is they usually have people like small group of people working in the background on something new to try to like throw darts at what to do. So
yeah, I guess, but I still think I wouldn't say 2024. I'd say something like 2023, maybe late 2022, possibly. Maybe a teaser
I think
late
that's the early.
2020.
I think that's probably the earliest then. 22.
That
It'll be
that,
a
that
God of War Ragnarok kind of thing next year at
Yeah,
the E3 to end their show or something if they go back.
yeah.
that's yeah. I agree with that.
Mm.
Because I don't think it's going to be much because if they're still at the concept phase, they're not going to have much. But they're going to want to show something because new IP from Naughty Dog that's going to go through the roof. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Oh.
just by name
Same,
too.
same. Yeah, just from association, it's gonna sell.
It'll be
Even if it's bad, it will sell.
You know what would be interesting if they go back to doing like games like Jack and Daxter because we know they had one game planned, but they didn't want to go through it because they didn't feel it was right.
Naughty Dog doesn't do that. Naughty Dog doesn't go back.
Yeah,
But I will say, if we got a Jack and Daxter remake or remaster in the same sense of the Crash, Spyro, and what was the other one?
Fuck.
There
Crash
was another one,
Bar.
wasn't there?
Oh my god, I forgot about it.
If
was
something like
Medieval?
Toys for Bob or something come out and say
Oh,
we're doing
Spyro. Oh, yeah.
yeah, but also Spyro. Yeah, I said Spyro. But if we were
Oh.
told that Jack and Daxter were getting like a remaster from Toys for Bob or something, you know I'm buying that day one. I'm sorry, I gotta admit it. Easy buy,
I think you'll be
especially if
sad.
it's Jack.
I think you'll be
If
sad.
they did,
I think you'll be sad by the next news we have to talk about at the very end. But yeah.
oh no.
I'm just preparing you, Adam. I'm just preparing you. But
Oh
Oh,
man.
no.
anything else?
Been given-
Anything else you guys want to add to the Naughty Dog topic, or you guys want to move on?
We can move on from there.
I have nothing.
All right. So the next topic I want to talk about has to do with a recent upload. Well, last week where Sony released a trailer type of video for a lot of games, and at the very end of the video, they had dates for a lot of first party and third party games. And fast forward the next day, they seem to have taken that video down and uploaded a completely new one with seemingly less text with missing dates.
I think I think I think someone in the higher ups may have gone, "What are you doing?"
Or some of the publishers might have been like upset that they may have promised early dates. But I kind of find this funny that this happened again because they did have a similar error with the Demon Souls announcement, where it was
There
going
seems
to
to be a
PC.
lot. There seems to be a lot of retractions recently from companies,
Oh my god. Yeah.
like all kinds of retractions.
Yeah, but it gets, I don't know. It kind of is funny because to see all those games, like everyone's so excited that those games are coming out like 2020, 2021, 2022, you know? But it's just it's just kind of frustrating too as a gamer, like, oh wait, so these games aren't coming out this year? So
Which games are we talking about?
it was mostly like the third party deals that they removed from the trailer.
Oh! I think what you're talking about, like the ones from Bethesda.
Yeah,
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh,
Ghostwire Tokyo,
yeah,
Kena Bridge of Spirits, mostly their third party deals.
Pragmata or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What do you
yeah.
guys think of Kena? Because I've looked at it. I've looked at like the trailers and I'm really interested, but I want to know what other people think before I like.
Also, correct me if
Get
I'm
it.
wrong, but I think they also removed the date for Ratchet and Clank, which people thought it was going to be late 2021 or early 2021, and I guess that got removed.
I didn't see that one.
Well, that's just me speculating, but that's what I heard from some of the Ratchet and Clank community people on YouTube. But
Mm,
It's possible there's just been delays on the releases because of the COVID. It's always possible that these are just
yeah.
early dates that have been
yeah,
recently updated.
yeah, it wouldn't be shocking either because recently Sony also pushed back their movies too later. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Morbius to October. Yep.
I mean, you've got like 007, like being moved from April last year to October this year. Like,
If movie theaters actually open up October, I see them recouping a lot of money in October because my God, it's like 3 movies a Friday that open up.
don't get me wrong. If when cinemas open up again, I will just take a day out, go and just watch all of those films in one day.
Yeah.
Just buy like, I don't know, just buy 3 tickets, and then just buy F tons of popcorn and just binge.
Hey Lobo,
they-
hey Lobo, Fatal Shroud's in the chat, and he's saying you're getting added to Crumbside Wrestling. You're a star now.
kiss my ass.
For those of you who don't know what Crumbside Wrestling is, it's Fatal Shroud's a big streaming event where he has like community members from the Crumbside community in his little wrestling game. It's very fun to watch, especially with his commentary. I recommend you guys go check him out and give him some support.
Okay. Fatal, kiss my ass.
Well,
Anyway,
why?
yeah,
But I don't know. Doomsayer, what do you think about this? Do you think it kind of sucks to see those games dates be pushed back?
No. Honestly, I have no interest in Ghostwire Tokyo. I have no interest in Deathloop.
That's
The
surprising.
Ratchet and Clank, yes, I'm definitely interested. And as long as they don't move Horizon, I'm fine. But Kenna, I'm really interested in that. I can't wait for that to come out. I think that's is that March?
It's supposed
That's
to
supposed
release
to
in
come-
March.
But
Whether-
I mean, yeah, this COVID thing and everything, it just screwed a lot of stuff up, and people are still doing the games, I guess, from home and that, and they're not in the office. But you're also going to have Halo, and I think you're going to have enough that you'll be able to keep yourself occupied. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I know my backlog. Believe me, I got enough for the next at least 3 years, so I'm not worried.
And also, we got a PlayStation or not PlayStation All Stars, Destruction All Stars.
Yeah, that comes out
Yeah, that comes out next month,
next
I
month,
believe.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
also
that's free.
we also have
Uh,
what's it called? The one from Housemark, Returnal. That's coming out.
oh yeah, that's another one I'm looking forward to. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not too sure what other games are coming out.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, Resident
Is
Evil.
May.
Yep, with the recent announcement and the gameplay that was shown.
Mm.
I just want to say real quick: do you guys get why the internet is simping over the tall lady in the?
Hey, you gotta simp, man. You gotta simp for the tall lady.
Oh, you can't say that. Can't say that word anymore. Oh wait, that's Twitch.
Oh man, that's Twitch.
Yeah, we're on that. We're not streaming that platform. Thank God.
How tall is she? I mean,
She
She's
looks
like-
like
like an Amazon
Yeah,
kind of.
I heard she's 6 foot.
I think she's full Amazon.
Yeah,
Like,
Amazonian girl. Ooh.
Did you guys see that Push Square article on the Resident Evil? How they thought one emoji, which was like a simp emoji, was people being scared of her.
Oh my
I did not see that.
god. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was like one of those thirst emojis, like where the guy was sucking on his lip, or like the emoji sucking on his lip, and
I did not.
somehow Push Square mistook that as people being scared of her.
Oh man.
I've been seeing a lot on Twitter. Apparently, people are really attracted to that woman's daughters, and people are like, don't judge me, but I just find them so attractive. It's like, okay, if you want to express that, that's fine. Do it all you want on Twitter. I don't care.
Yeah. Dude, you're not the only one. These are the same people who wanted to, what was it? Smash Abby.
Oh God.
I haven't even heard that.
You know how many times I've seen, the bodybuilder pictures on Twitter and that stuff and said, this is the next Abby or this is what they like. Who cares? I mean, for crying out loud, just let it go. It's a damn video game, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but these are people on the internet. That means they're right.
Oh yeah. Believe me, I know what you're talking about, man. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, but
Remember, this is the internet. No one's wrong on the internet.
do you think we'll be seeing more delays to future games that are going to be announced?
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy. COVID's just caused that, and you should just expect it at this point.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say that, it's just kind of like.
I think like last year we didn't really feel the full effects of COVID. I think this year we will be feeling them, the delays.
Well, the Prime Minister here in the UK just said that the new variant that's come from it's South Africa or something is probably more deadly than the original. So.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. I completely forgot that there was a new
Yeah.
strain. Oh my god.
I don't have to worry about that. The guy I work with tells me every day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he tells me, oh, this person, and I'm in Pennsylvania, so it's like, oh, this person this is the first case, and he shows, it's like, please, just go away. Just go. I don't need that today.
Oh, you know what sucks? Here in California, I think we have like 3 new variants. They're like one.
Oh my god. Kelly and I are staying home. We're not going outside. Everyone who gets it can get away from us, all right?
Yep.
I don't want that.
Like we have like one from the UK, which is separate from the one that was in Africa, and we have the one from Africa. I forgot what the third one is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's so.
I hope you don't go out much.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask this. You're more than welcome to say you don't want to say, but what did you do with the stimulus check?
I didn't get one. Sadly.
Dude, I've been waiting for mine. I don't know what the fuck happened to my stimulus check.
Better question: what do you plan to do with it?
Oh, mine paid for bills. I got it like 2 days after they announced it, and it was like, "Oh, okay, it showed
Oh,
up in the bank today.
oh,
Tomorrow, it's gone."
yeah. So you
Done,
gotta
it's over
digitally
with.
then.
You know what, Adam? I'm
Yeah.
actually like you with where I live with my living conditions.
Yeah.
But I might use that to save up for maybe some audio equipment if I ever get one.
Are we gonna have this? Are we gonna end up having another call and talking about?
Yeah. More or less like so. We'll get right
maybe.
in the calls out.
All right,
Oh
but
god.
I know there wasn't much to talk about with this topic, so I guess you could go on to the bigger stuff, like with the
Oh.
Xbox Gold drama.
Oh God! Don't start with that.
I
here we
have
go.
to. I have to. It brings the views. It brings the views.
Oh,
But
Right, who wants to
man.
speak
I might
first?
never be allowed on your show anymore, Callie, after this.
Oh man.
nah, you're good.
I'm gonna step
Well,
up for this one.
yo,
'Cause it's good.
what's up, Mark? Thank you for stopping by. And yep, Mark is a fellow community member. He plays on Xbox a lot, and I actually wish I could have had him on here. I've been talking to him to try to get him on. Huh?
Oh no, he's not in here.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat, but
Yeah, I know. I could invite him here, see if he wants to.
I mean, I don't know if he's free. If you're free, Mark, you could feel free to join in on this topic and talk about the Xbox Live Gold situation that happened yesterday. Oh yeah, thanks for hitting the like button, Merc. But I guess we could just start talking. So, I just think this whole situation was nuts and didn't even need to happen. I'm still speculating that this was a bad April Fool's joke gone wrong.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna.
There's
okay,
no
I'm gonna be
there. Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna be
Mark is on the
honest
road trip, so he can't join in.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you can?
I'm going to
okay.
refrain from what I want to say because
Let me just finish
Oh,
talking real quick, okay? So I just kind of I don't think that they would have like. Okay, so in the first article that they pushed out saying that they were going to raise the price, they literally kept out people's names. They knew it was going to go bad, and the fact that they had the last article that they pushed out ready, like it looked so ready for how early they're going to push it out. I seriously am under the impression that they were planning this.
oh, it definitely. I mean, this was a let's tip our toes into the water, and if everything goes okay, we'll go all the way in. But if not, we're gonna jump out. Like,
Got to recoup that money that you spent on Bethesda, man. 7.5 billion. Got to get some way to recoup it.
That's not even it. Everyone knows that the reason they were trying to push gold was to get people to buy that Game Pass Ultimate subscription.
Yep. They want to get rid of Xbox Live, and exactly what you said. That was like a sneaky way to sit there and say, well, here, spend an extra $60 and you get everything. And it's like, really? I mean, listen, not to cut you off or anything like that, Callie, but I've been going back and forth with a couple of guys on Twitter about this whole Game Pass thing. And it's just, I'm like, if you actually sit down and look and really, see what you're getting, I don't see the benefits like everybody else is seeing with Game Pass. I'm sorry, but I just don't.
I mean, Game Pass is just a great streaming service. It's like Netflix, where you can get a lot of games. And what do you have to say, Adam?
I'm gonna be honest with Doom. I'm gonna say the same as Doomslayer, and the reason why is because when you have and I imagine Doomslayer is gonna say the same thing. When you have a full-time job, the amount of time you get to game is reduced so much. And the problem with that is that because you've not got a lot of time to game, you also forget how many subscriptions you have. And that's how these subscription models make all their money. It's for the people that forget that they're on a subscription and then the renewal comes in, they go,
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I understand that aspect of it. But I think this was honestly like just kind of a wake-up call. Now, I'm always under the impression that these subscription services aren't going to stay the same price. Because we've seen Disney Plus recently raise their price. We've seen Netflix up their prices slowly every single year, month by month. and it pisses people off. Disney Plus pisses people off, and
There is a reason that I don't have my own Netflix account.
oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Lucky bastard.
But, yeah.
I just steal my parents.
Oh man,
So you're a
lucky
moocher.
bastard.
You're a moocher then. But
hey, I'm not paying for Netflix. I'm sorry, but that's like because I don't know how much is gonna end up being in like 2 years.
I know.
God.
But back to the Game Pass topic. Now, I understand it's cheap at the moment, but it's not going to stay that way. And I think with the live
yeah.
service, I think that was just kind of like it's just Microsoft just trying to push everything out there just right away, just to test everybody's like how they would react.
Yeah.
Can
I mean,
Oh, go ahead, Al.
no, sure, go. No, I've been talking too much. You go ahead.
I just want to get this out that if you really look at Game Pass and then you look at PS Now, PS Plus, you're getting more on PS Plus and Now. So I was going back. I can't remember the person's name, but you get what is it, 20 or 22 games with PS Plus when you go on PS5. Then,
Mhm.
if you actually average it out, you get 36 technically free games a year, and they're not, Xbox has the games with gold. They're all junk. At least Sony is giving you games that are worth it. You've gotten, the Call of Duties, Last of Us, MLB, on and on. Then you look at PS Now, and you get multiplayer with that. If the game is in PS Now and it has multiplayer, you get that. You don't need a PS Plus account or a PS Plus subscription. You get the multiplayer already with it. And you're getting, 900 games. I keep hearing, but they're all old games. But then Xbox has nothing but old games. EA Play, that's all old games, old Maddens, FIFA. The newest thing was Jedi Fallen Order. Okay, hey, I'll give you that, but what else is really new that they have in there?
Now I will.
And then Ubisoft too,
I do want to
when
bring
they
this up
bring
real
them
quick.
in.
I do want to bring this up real quick. Ultimate Spider-Man did bring up this in the chat. Now, I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring this up before, but they did go out their way and change the fact that free-to-play games are going to be free now. But I don't.
Yes,
Finally! Hallelujah!
right.
I think that was going to be a plan anyway.
Yeah,
I think that
because again,
that was what.
like I said before, like this thing was just seemed like so coincidental that they would put out the first article that would surely piss people off. That gave the hints even that they knew. So so I don't think that this was planned. So I think that whole removing the barrier to free to play games.
I'm gonna say though that by making it free, the Xbox, not Series S. What's the really cheap one? Is it the Series S?
Yeah, that's the Series S.
Serious.
Yeah,
Right.
$300.
That now becomes the best thing for Timmy's first console. And I'm saying this because one, you're probably not going to get the big AAA titles for like a 10-year-old. But they're probably going to be playing Fortnite and stuff like that, and free-to-play games. It's a great starting point now that it's free.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think before,
Because-
if they would have gone with the first article where they raised the price, I think that would have
they would
hurt the
it would
Series
have killed
S.
the Xbox Series S.
Yep.
It'd have killed the S. Because I see the S as not a like long-term thing. I see it as a, hey, this is like my 10-year-old nephew's like birthday present, and they're gonna use it for a few years, and then they're gonna go, I don't know, over to a PC or over to a Xbox Series X or something later because, yeah.
Or if you're a big fan of emulation, you could also buy it to emulate tons of games on it too.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a really good emulation box. I didn't know it was so good. Like like it's surprisingly good. But the I think personally the free to play stuff was planned anyway. I think that was just as it was just going to happen anyway, even after the $120 up, if they'd got away with it.
Yeah.
The only thing
I'm
personally
with you because
I
to be
think
honest, people have been complaining for the free to play stuff for how long now? And I think
Well, it was so
Oh
weird.
wow.
Yeah, so I
Like-
think they knew that they had to get rid of it at some point. So
I think they should have done it when Sony did it. I
Yeah.
really do. Yes, they would have got backlash for. Well, they wouldn't even got backlash. They would be like, "Oh, yeah, you're copying Sony," but
thing is, Sony never charged for free to play though. Like I think
Yeah.
Xbox did it right out the gate.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like as soon as Sony said they weren't going to do it, like make you pay, Xbox should have done it. Microsoft should have done it. Now,
My whole
obviously, I'm
thing
going to
with this though is I feel like this could have been all avoided if Microsoft didn't bother trying to raise the price at first. I think that they could have just avoided this and just put out some good PR, but I think because of this, it's gonna hurt their look, like how they look to people.
Oh yeah.
Like before, with how they were doing with all the acquisitions and making stuff cheaper with Game Pass, people looked
gonna
at
be
them.
honest.
What do you want to say?
I don't think it will. I don't think it will because the average person isn't us. So we are in the gaming sphere a lot, and we follow everything very closely and very.
You see, I kind of
But the
somewhat
average
disagree.
person isn't going.
I kind of somewhat disagree with that now because we have like big influencers now, like Young Yeah and other big YouTubers that report on gaming now that will report like scummy actions from game companies, and they have big audiences themselves. So I think
True,
that's
but-
kind of changed a bit.
That's true, but then you're still going to have the parents that don't really know about gaming and that are the most likely going to be the ones buying the Series S and consoles for their kids. Because let's be honest, that's just how it is. A lot of them are not going to know about this. They're just going to go, I just want the box that does the games.
Yeah, I
And
think that's fair because honestly, the parents don't really pay attention to what they buy or what information is out there.
And as much as I hate to say it, and I wish it wasn't true, a lot of like people that are going to get the consoles, they're like the people that are going to get the consoles are the ones that are either in the know of gaming and they'll just like speak with their wallets. The people that end up going to get console are going to be the ones that don't.
You know
are
what?
going to be the ones that don't know anything about it.
You know what? Fatal Shroud brings a good point. That's if you can find the consoles in stock right now.
Oh god. No. Shoot.
I've been sending my brother-in-law a texts or and that stuff about when they were available and that, but nothing's come about it.
You know what? He's not wrong right now because Fatal Shroud also put in the chat that right now the PS5 is the hardest brand on the market with how many people want to get the PS5.
I'm
But,
still trying everything.
Nothing's working.
I said this last time I was on your podcast, and I think that was just like a week after the release of the PlayStation 5. I'm still trying everything.
Oh,
But the
you
problem
heard,
is
you're,
all the companies that are restocking at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like there was one last week where a local shopping brand, again, won't name them because legal legal reasons, they restocked everything at 3 a.m. I woke up at 8, found out that the restock had happened, checked the website, all gone, and I was like, great.
well, recently I
What time
guess a group was or some scalper got a hand of like 10,000 PS5s, something like that.
is that
It's some
are you talking about
and someone got
about
a hand,
game?
like someone tried to get a hand of like 5,000 Xbox Series X's. Crazy,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
there was recently a post from Game, which is a gaming store here in the UK, that someone had tried buying and successfully, quote unquote, we don't know an update yet, successfully bought like 10,000 PlayStations or something
Yep.
when
Yep,
they did restock. Now, Game said that they'd followed up on it, but they never updated anyone on whether or not they cancelled the orders. So we don't know. I
Hopefully
hope
not.
so because it'd be very funny if just suddenly 10,000
Back to the topic.
suddenly got back in.
You guys think that any of this was necessary, though? Like, do you think that Like if Microsoft didn't put out that first article, do you think if like they just went with their second plan of making free to play games free, not changing the price? Do you think people would have been happy?
Here's the
Yes.
thing. Oh yeah,
They'd
but
be
here's
the
the
most consumer friendly company.
oh my god. Well, here's the thing. It was more of a PR stunt than a like.
A lot of insiders are saying that this wasn't a PR stunt, that this wasn't actually planned. But no way in hell would one of Microsoft's employees be working late at night with the time they put out that article to try to fix everything.
The thing is, though, it was leaked. The information was leaked.
No, because it was put out officially that they were raising the price that morning. It was leaked the day before, though.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is that I imagine that the article was put out because it was leaked. But then whether or not that leak was done by a Microsoft employee, which that sort of stuff has been done before.
It doesn't seem like it was leaked because they actually acknowledged that they messed up putting that out there. So, in their apology, at least, they acknowledged that mistake. It's just it was all very frustrating at the time. And honestly, the amount of for how long Microsoft was trending though on Twitter, a lot of people were pissed.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
That's why I feel like people's perception might change of Microsoft for now.
Even like massive fanboys of Xbox were still like, even they were coming out and were like, "Nah, this is bad."
Yep.
I think like one of the main ones was like Colt Eastwood came out and was like, "What the hell is this? There's like doubling the price with no reason." And
Oh, yeah.
there were some people defending it, but like
My
the
God.
mass majority were just like, "This is not on." No.
Yep.
No.
Do you have anything to say about this, Doomsayer?
No, I got a lot to say to it. Now listen, the free to play thing, yes, they should have done this a long time ago. I don't know why they ever waited, but I guess it was just their way to get as much money as they could, before they did have to give up free to play. As for the whole thing with raising the price and all that, like I said, I just think that it's just a push to Game Pass Ultimate. It's just their way to try and get that service going, and like they said, they wanted the Netflix and that. I don't see it going there, but yeah, it's thank God it's over. They're
Yeah.
saving themselves, then, because another thing too is if they would have raised it, and like I've heard before, Sony could raise, Nintendo could raise their prices.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's was a snowball effect. Oh
could have
man, they're
been, but
getting
it was
away with.
Luckily, we
Yeah.
avoided it.
Thank God.
I literally tweeted this exactly what you're saying of PlayStation. Sony will look at it if it went through of Sony looking at it going, "Oh well, if they can do it, we can do it," and then Nintendo will go. Nintendo whole thing is that they market it as cheaper than the other guys.
Yep.
Because it's $20. But then they'll look at it and they'll go, well, if we put it to 60 or 40, we can still market it as cheaper, even though it's exactly what the other guys would be. And I do agree with Doomsayer saying, like, because I was talking to someone when it happened, and they said exactly what you're saying, this was a move to get people on Game Pass and people to kind of get used to Game Pass and then slowly up the price of Game Pass
Yeah.
because people get complacent and get used to things, and then what they do is they slowly make Game Pass over time more and more, but not as much as obviously the Xbox Gold Live. But they'll do like we were saying, Netflix, do the extra $1 a month or something, and people won't mind that because they won't remember that. Not saying they won't remember, but like they'll get complacent. They'll just say, sod it, I'll do that.
Exactly right. It's that's their nice easy way to get everybody nice and flow right into it. Nobody's really paying attention. Just like you said, Adam, you have all these subscription services. Do you really, keep on them and that stuff? I know I don't, and it's just an easy way to, bring everybody in nice and smooth and that. And thank God they got rid of it.
Now, with this being
Um,
said,
Yeah.
with this being said, do you guys think that they'll possibly get rid of gold in the future?
Yes.
Because it is really old. It's like
I think
they,
They should have.
what?
They should
I
have done it. Oh, I'll continue
no,
on
go ahead.
that. Well, here's the thing. They should have already took it out once they introduced Game Pass Ultimate. I don't understand why they still have gold. And and I want to add this to my take on it. $120 to pay gold for a year. Are you fucking insane?
I think also they could have avoided that if they didn't get rid of the 12-month option, which for some reason they did. 6-month
Yeah.
option.
They got rid of the 12-month option so that they could do this.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I mean,
I've gone and said on Twitter that I think that the reason they don't want to get rid of it yet is because it still makes them money.
True.
And these companies are all about money first and foremost, so they wouldn't get rid of it outright.
Yes, these companies are not anywhere near for you. None of them are. They want to make that money. And just like you said, Callie, there's people out there that don't want Game Pass. They just want, to be on, live with their friends, and that's it. Madden and Call of Duty or whatever. But yeah, I agree with that totally. I gotta cut in. I actually have to leave. Something just came up.
Man.
Sorry to do this to you,
Oh,
Callie.
no problem, dudes. There. At least we didn't have the problems like we did last episode.
Thank
Oh my
God.
God.
Thank God. I'm improving. I'm trying. I'm proving.
But go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, and yeah, go ahead. You can also share your links in the chat too. So go ahead and do that.
You can find me on Twitter at Doomsayers Network, Facebook, Instagram. Tomorrow on YouTube at 11 o'clock, making sure I'm promoting this the right way. Order of Disorder podcast will be the 3rd episode on YouTube, and it is the top 80 movies, 80s movies, what we think. Something going on with Barbie and something going on with Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't know, some kind of smell or something like that. So we're going to dive into that and see what happens. But tomorrow at 11, Order of Disorder podcast. It is on Doomsayers Network channel. So I appreciate it.
And thanks for coming on, man.
Adam, I'm going to hit you up on Twitter about the whole MCU thing too. So look out for me.
I actually very much would like to have a conversation with you about
definitely.
this.
If I can, I'm going to try and I'll see about getting you guys on my show so we can chat about this.
I'd love to.
I know you're in England, so it'd be a little bit easier because it's 11 o'clock here. So was it 6 hours or something like that? Time difference?
It's 11 p.m. here, so 12 hours.
Okay, so yeah, we'll figure something out. But
yeah,
I appreciate it. Thanks, Callie.
Yeah, no
thanks
problem.
for having me on, and catch me in a DM and that stuff. Let me know when you want me back in that.
No problem. Anytime, man.
All right, fellas, have a good one.
Peace out, man.
All right, peace out.
Thanks.
I just want to say thank you, Jemiah, for coming by and supporting this stream, man. I see you in there in the chat waving, and I think that's wave. But
well, man, I think here's the thing. Like, they have to get rid of Xbox Live Gold and just put it into Game Pass Ultimate.
I disagree. I think I know why they're doing gold. I think it's because obviously gold is cheaper than Xbox
Game Pass,
Game Pass. I think it's the parent mentality, because if you tell a parent, oh, little Timmy just wants to play Fortnite, and you tell them, well, you've got this thing is $7 a month to play it, and this thing is $10 a month, and even though that $10 a month thing gets them Game Pass, and it'll be better
Mm-hmm.
overall. The parent doesn't care about that. They're just like, sod it. They only play Fortnite. Like, just get them that one. But now they won't have to do that. So I don't really know how how Xbox Live Gold is gonna survive, because people who the parents of their kids that are playing it, like, aren't gonna want to pay anymore, because obviously if their free to play game playing Fortnite is now free, why would you keep paying it?
Yeah.
And the people who are gonna use gold with Game Pass probably already have Game Pass. So at this point, I don't see how gold survives now. I know why it did before, but now I can't see
I think
it
before
staying.
I think before it survived because it was brand new and everyone. Of course, that was the only option to play online before. So
Yeah, and then the PlayStation came out and was like,
it
"Hey,
it
we're
was
doing
a
this
thing.
for free."
It was a thing. But hopefully it could go back to being free eventually. But I don't know. I feel like this whole online stuff needs to go away. It's just a byproduct of what was before.
Or you could just go to PC. Haha. I'll shut up.
Nah, I got some PC players here in the chat, Jemiah and Fatal. So you're good.
No,
I
these
had
motherfuckers,
to slip in there for that one.
You're
these
cool.
motherfuckers gotta stay in their consoles. I do not invite them in the PC.
Are you with Fratango right now with how he wants to keep people from joining PC right now?
Yes.
For Tanger and top hats. No, you cannot.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I just want to get a 3090.
Oh man, I
don't even think
I almost cried.
I don't even think it's the fact that people are coming into PC gaming. I just think it's the scalpers getting the 30 series cards. But
Actually, I spoke to a friend of mine. Turns out it's a mix of different things. So it's not just scalpers using bots, but it's also low productivity because of RAM shortage right now. So because most of the RAM is made in like China and areas like that, apparently, because of obviously COVID and that, the RAM, the GDDR6, which is what's used in both the graphics cards and consoles, the production has gone down so much, and that's why everything is out of out of production. So it's a mix of miners, scalpers, and the lack of RAM. So it's those three things together has just caused like a massive shitstorm, and that's what it is. And as Fedor has also said, tariffs is all in terms of the US. Obviously, this doesn't apply for
that doesn't
like
apply
me
for
in the
the
UK.
yeah.
But, like, it doesn't apply for me, but in addition for you guys, Trump's tariff as well. So like it's a mix of a bunch of stuff, but like it's kind of like where the stars have aligned and started and screwed us all over.
Hopefully that that goes away now that we have new leadership here in the U.S. But I don't get too into that. That's too much politics for me.
Yeah, let's not.
Yep.
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, but I guess we could go on to the last topic, which I guess is the best for you. So the last topic I have for today has to deal with Vicarious Visions, the people who made the Crash Bandicoot remake.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna go cry in a corner.
So I don't know exactly how you're gonna feel about this because it also has to do with Blizzard. So I guess Activision I guess they had the bright idea of merging one of their talented studios at making remakes that made the Tony Hawk remakes, which I think has gotten the best praise for them ever since. When was the last newest Tony Hawk game released? I forgot. I know it was the broken one that everyone was complaining about.
That would have been Very Scared of 5. I think that was back in 2017.
Yep.
And was terrible.
Yeah, and the fact that Vicarious Visions managed to actually save the franchise and like make the first two games good.
they somehow took the highest rated game ever created, which is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. That is true, and it's the highest one ever made, and made it better.
Yep.
Um,
And they also managed to make Crash Bandicoot really great and popular again with the remake. So they
yeah,
they have a lot of talent at Vicarious Visions, but the fact that Activision merged them into Blizzard and now they are going to be working solely on Blizzard games pisses me the fuck off.
I am in two different boats with this. I
Okay,
both
okay,
like
okay.
it
Let
and
me let me finish talking real quick. Okay, so
yeah.
I don't get it because Activision literally like not that long ago laid off about what, like 200 of their employees at Blizzard.
I know why.
You do.
There is two, so they're most likely going to split the team of Vicarious Visions.
No, because I thought they were merging the studio completely, so there won't be any more Vicarious Visions.
They are, so there won't be any more Vicarious Vision, but like they're gonna split those sort of developers into two teams. Recently, silently, Blizzard didn't really announce it. The WoW Classic team was slowly disbanded. And I only know this because I do a weekly WoW Classic stream. We'll talk about that when I leave, but they disbanded that, but they're also working on a Diablo 2 remake. And I have a feeling that they've bought over Vicarious Visions because of their remake of Pro Skater and how well they did to help with the remake of Diablo 2.
Yep,
And
I heard that rumor actually when the reports first came out. But
yeah, so it's also likely that they're going to be working on Warcraft. I think they're going to be doing some like updates for Warcraft 3, and I think some of them are going to end up working on WoW Classic. I do hope so because WoW Classic is going into the Burning Crusades, and so they're already in Nectaramus, which is going on right now. But they are going to be working on the Burning Crusades, and obviously they'll need a team for that. So,
yep, and
considering Burning Crusade is projected to be sometime this year, it's very convenient that they've now merged Vicarious Visions with it.
Do you think that we'll ever see any other remakes from that team again?
We will, but they'll all be Blizzard games. So it will be the likes of Diablo 2, possibly.
So we won't see. Okay, so we won't see like another like remake of another Tony Hawk game then, or anything like that. From
I mean, I don't think so.
That's what I'm afraid of. Now, who was the team behind? The newest Crash game that released? Twin Sanity, I think it was called.
No, it's
Toys
not.
No, so Toys for Bob did.
They did the Spyro remake.
Yeah. Yes, Toys for Bob did Crash 4. And they did the Insane Trilogy and Spyro Reignited.
And I know a lot of people were hoping for Vicarious Visions to remaster some of the other Crash games that were good. But I guess we might not get that anytime soon.
I did not know this, that Toys for Bob did Skylanders.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
They did.
I didn't know that. I've just Googled them. Anyway,
Oh man.
yeah. I mean, it's upsetting because they absolutely nailed.
They're a great team. They're a really great team. Also, I just gotta say this: the Call of Duty News Twitter team, they didn't put any respect on Vicarious Visions. They just said that they were like a Call of Duty support team.
Oh my god!
Oh,
like no respect for my boys at Vicarious.
These developers made the best game ever made better. They have incredibly skilled developers and everything, and we're not going to give them a shred of respect.
Nope, just Call of Duty support.
Oh no!
They need to put the fucking spawn on.
You know what this also reminds me of? The whole situation with What was the team behind?
Which
There was a
one
super.
you
There was a
talking
super.
about?
There was a superhero game that Activision had published a long time ago.
Was it Spider-Man?
No, it wasn't Spider-Man. It was another game. It was like a new IP for Activision. Hold on.
Oh,
I think I could.
Overwatch.
No, not Overwatch. That's Blizzard. It was solely an Activision game. Hold on. I'm trying. I'm
Oh,
trying to look for it right now, but it was published like back in like 2013, I believe.
I
shit.
mean, the only thing I've got is from 2003.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Like,
Uh,
I just literally just googled Activision superhero game.
here it is. Prototype.
Everything that came up.
Prototype. Oh,
Oh, I love Prototype.
Yep, it was Radical Entertainment. It kind of reminds me of that whole situation. Radical was like a really good studio, and then Activision cut half like the team to 50, and they just put them to work on Call of Duty games. Same thing with Raven Software. This is what I feel like This is what I feel like they're doing to Vicarious Visions.
Yeah, but instead doing it to like WoW Classic and
Yep.
Diablo 2.
Because
yeah.
that's why I think that they should have just cut Blizzard, because this is normally what they do, to cut back and so they don't seem like the villains of shutting down studios. They just cut the team and stick them to their fucking other IPs that are big. That's what they did with Moon Studios, the creators of the Transformer games. They stuck them to Destiny and Call of Duty. Like, if you guys ever pay attention to any of the other Activision studios besides the ones that make Call of Duty Black Ops, or
I'm gonna be honest here. I just play World of Warcraft. So, I mean, like, I don't really play Call of Duty. I own Modern Warfare, but I don't own Cold War. I've kind of left the series for a long time and then came back because friends asked me to. So I don't really follow anything with Activision, if I'm being honest with you.
okay, that's fair. To me, I just think that this is kind of just like a slap in the face for the fans of Vicarious Visions. It might
I
not
mean,
like.
it completely is. Like, I think
Oh yeah,
Vicarious Vision.
I actually forgot that. Thank you, Fatal. Moon Studios also made the Deadpool game.
I like the Deadpool game though.
Yep.
I mean,
It's
like,
it's a
it was
shame.
awful. It's a terrible game, like critically, but it's great.
It's just such a shame to me though, because because now knowing what they've turned all the other studios that are support teams, practically what they turned them into now, it's just like we're never gonna see like a new game out of this team, except for just probably like for what Blizzard puts them on to.
I think everyone was kind of saying like, "Oh, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6 question mark," and now that's just
That would have
that's
been
just gone.
that would have been a great idea. Have them do like new IPs for Activision, but
Exactly. Like,
it's just
these are incredibly.
It's just like this like Activision doesn't know what to do with its team, so it's just like, all right, we don't want to shut you down, so we'll just do this instead. It sucks because like they have such talented teams. It's just that they don't do anything with them because they just like want to stick to the same formula that makes them money.
It's the same. It's the same problem with like some movies where like the concept is amazing and the people who made it are amazing, but the writing is terrible. It's just like, these actors are amazing, but they're just given nothing to work with. And
I could see. Yeah, I can understand that.
in the same sense, these developers are like, they're incredibly talented, as you've seen, Vicarious Vision, um, improved on a almost perfect game. And I've not seen much of their other work because I only really heard about them from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake. But if the level of quality that they put into those games is how much quality they've put into their other games, which I have no doubt, the fact that these guys are basically being wasted, it just upsets me. I in a sense, I hope that these people quit and try and find jobs at other studios, but I also know from personal experience of like speaking to people, that the industry is very tough to get. Like, once you get a job, you try and keep that job as best as possible because trying to find another one is difficult. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. I've actually tried to learn game development myself. Took a few classes, and I've seen the process of how it is to apply to these places. But
so,
yeah, it's just kind of frustrating to me. It's like Activision really is stupid at their decisions sometimes.
yeah. But like I say, I'm on the fence with this one because obviously
You
I
see,
think Vicarious are amazing developers, but I'm also a massive World of Warcraft Classic fanboy. And if they're working on World of Warcraft Classic, which they probably will be, and the Burning Crusade, which is arguably the best expansion ever made, I really am happy about that. But then obviously I know that
I knew this
if
would be
that's
an
the
interesting topic for you.
yeah, I think I might speak about it on my weekly show about it because I'm back to that next week because exam seasons will have ended.
All right,
And
good. Well, good
I
luck with
think
that.
that's
But
gonna be
it's
it,
just
it it's a weird topic for
yeah.
me.
And to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of Blizzard. That's why I said just like screw Blizzard. They could burn in hell to me because I'm not the biggest fan of their games. To be honest. I don't know if you are, Lobo. Do you have anything to say about this?
Nah, no, not really. Yeah,
Don't
no.
ask me. My bias will show.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I wouldn't
The
call
only
myself a
thing,
fanboy,
the
but
only, the only thing I could say about this, if they are working with Call of Duty,
yeah,
fix the fucking respawns on Cold War. Oh my god, that fucking matchmaker is ass.
Yeah, you're not the only one that's heard complain about that, but I kind of gave up. I gave up on Call of Duty a long time ago. Like Black Ops 3 was the last game I ever bought from them.
I already admitted in this call that like I played Modern Warfare 3
You know, you're good. You're
and
good.
then
Oh, it's
But
a game.
and then like I played Zombies of Black Ops 3 and
Not
that was
bad.
it. And then I bought Modern Warfare, not the old Modern Warfare, this Modern Warfare, the more modern one. I hate it when companies do that and use the same name for the different goddamn game. But I bought that because all my friends were like, "Oh, you gotta play with us, old times," and then I just never played it. Like, so
well, I think with that, I think I'll try to get you guys doing your outros now because I think we're all done with this topic now. Then, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
We beat
Well,
the dead horse.
I just want to say thank you guys for coming on and tell everyone where they can find you. I'll start with you, Adam. Where can everyone find you and when you do your
You can
streams?
find me you can find me on Twitch at Adam B Stream. You can also find me on Twitter at Adam Berman or at it Adam Berman. I mostly I do weekly WoW classic stream with my co-host Nick, or Stonesy Second as he is known on Twitter, and we just talk about random stuff and just mess around while playing World of Warcraft Classic. I
Uh,
talk about the engineering stuff and computers and that on Twitter. So if you ever feel like asking me a question or you just want to watch some random guy on Twitter, go ahead.
okay. Question, Adam. How are you doing
Yes.
with the Nuzlocke series?
Uh, ah, so you've heard of that?
Oh, great.
Uh, so if you don't know, which most of the people watching this probably won't, so obviously it's locked down right now. I'm not at my apartment, so I don't have access to my normal streaming PC. So I had to play something different to WoW Classic, because something about WoW Classic just doesn't like my graphics card in my laptop.
Okay.
Anyway, so me and Nick decided we're gonna do a Nuzlocke, do random. It was meant to be a race, but that didn't really work out so well, and I've lost basically every Pokemon that I got. So I
No.
So in the first attempt, and this is the first attempt, I went and I got to a trainer who I didn't know because I didn't do any research for the Nuzlocke. I was just like, yeah, it's gonna be alright. And he's this random kid called Trainer Tristan or Youngster Tristan wiped my Piplup out with a crit quick attack with his Rattata or Bidoof or whatever it was.
Well,
Starmie, I think.
congratulations on getting yourself kicked by a kid on Pokemon.
I died literally. 20
Congratulations. You died 20
20
times.
minutes.
How?
I died in 20 minutes of the stream, and it was so funny because me and Nick were like, okay, we're gonna go off call and we'll call each other like Top Gear style. I don't know if you guys watch Top Gear, but anyway,
I don't even know what to say about
if
this.
something
I'm disappointed.
if some event happens, we'll call each other and then we'll be like, oh, I literally it happened, and there is a clip on my Twitch channel, and you're more than welcome to go watch it. I might just put it in the Discord after this, where you can hear my reaction to dying the first time. And it's literally just me going, wait, no, fuck! And I threw my headset.
Okay. I'll have to watch that soon. But let me get.
Oh god.
I want to get Lobo's out.
I
I want to get Lobo's outro out of the way real quick.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, Lobo. Tell everyone where they can find you, man.
Okay.
I want to talk about this later. Though.
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
It's I Lobo Gaming on Twitter. Wait. No, I Lobo Gaming on YouTube and I Lobo _ Gaming on YouTube.
God damn it, Lobo! How do you fuck that up? You fucked up your.
I think you're laughing too hard at my pain.
All right.
Oh,
For the rest of you guys watching, I am working on a huge Shadow of Mordor project that I will be releasing hopefully soon if everything goes right. And I want to just shout out Adam for helping me get my audio better for my recording. So hopefully you guys can hear that in my next few recording sessions I will be doing. But
yeah,
stay looking out.
I told him how to use Audacity, which I thought he was using anyway, but he's not.
Oh
Shut
my
up!
God.
Shut up!
You know what he was using? He was using the inbuilt recorder for DaVinci Resolve.
I have nothing left to say about this. Okay, so
Callie,
yeah.
You're getting your PC Master Race card revoked.
Fuck you. No.
I'm
Yes.
sorry,
But,
mate. I had to teach him what EQ was and everything, and like noise reduction and everything. Like, I was like, surely everyone on the PC.
Okay,
like,
that's enough. Okay, see you guys for the next episode. It's been fun, and it's been a joy having you guys on. But see you guys later, and peace.